Hey y'all. Today when Lily was over at her art class, I decided I would take a little drive over to Ace Hardware to see what kind of plants they had and seeds and such, and well, they had a good sale going on and all their fall garden stuff here. So I got a couple cabbages and broccoli and some of these beautiful mixed greens. You have to see them. They're just lovely. They're just beautiful. Love this spinach here. I've been craving a spinach salad with thinly chopped up radishes. That just sounds so good. I went ahead and grabbed some radish seeds as well. This is the Crimson Giant, and this is pretty Easter egg blend. And I had to get some arugula. I've never had arugula before, but it sounds tasty. It says the flavor of arugula will add spice to any salad. I'm going to be starting these in containers in my greenhouse. In fact, I'm going to go put those over there real quick, and I'll be right back. And see this avocado tree that Lily planted? It's gotten quite tall. Still got watermelons growing, but I honestly don't think they're gonna get big enough by the time we get our first frost. See, they're tiny. Oh, this one's bigger, but... Oh, up there too. We'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. My brassicas, and I've got some lettuce over here, and some celery that's doing pretty good. It looks like I need to cut these back. In fact, you know what? I'll do that today before I go inside. Cut this lettuce back, and we'll have a little salad tonight. I've got more little lettuce here growing. It's tiny still. And I think I'll also mix in, when they start coming out with some violas, I'll mix in some violas in here. And I'm gonna mix in some of those greens that I got today in with these little guys. These are, I think I've got a little bit of a mixture of broccoli, and these little ones over here are cauliflowers. I pretty much beat the tobacco hornworm invasion. Thank goodness. This one's gotten crazy tall. See here? This is the Southern Beauty. You see how this leaf here is yellowing? I'll probably take this here. If it's getting all yellow like this, and if the leaf comes off real easy, I'll take them. I'm just gonna set this here so I can remember to bring it in. I did have some broccoli and some cabbage down in here mixed in with the tobacco. I watered real good one night, and it's been very, very dry. If my gate isn't shut enough in the back there, armadillos can get their little nose, little snout, and they can kind of nudge their way in. And anytime it's dry and I water, they smell that dirt, all that wet dirt, and it gets them coming out here. And so they did rummage through, and they did take out a few of my brassicas. Luckily, it wasn't too bad. But so that's when I saw that deal today. I was like, oh good, I'll get those, and then I can replace the ones that got damaged or ripped up. But those little armadillos, they're funny, y'all. They have this little pig snout, and they have these little hooves that look like pigs too. They are a mammal, and when they move around at night, you watch them, they remind me of bees. They'll just be over here, and then before you know it, they're way over here, and they just move so quickly. They're kind of interesting little creatures, really. But I think first, I gotta get this going because I've got some... What did I do with my hori hori? Oh, there it is. I have... My fish fertilizer finally came in the mail, y'all. In fact, I wasn't even gonna do a video today, but I decided, you know what? I feel like doing a video. So here we are. I ordered my fish fertilizer quite a while ago. It got lost in the mail. I finally was able to order another batch. It got here yesterday, but it came damaged. The whole top got crushed and it leaked out. Ugh, you guys, if you've ever used fish fertilizer before, you know how stinky it is. But at least I can shut the top and it's not leaking everywhere. It looks like somebody crushed the box and I don't know, the top maybe popped off and leaked out a little bit and somebody put it back on. I don't know. Either way, I'm just at that point where I gotta start fertilizing this stuff, so I'm gonna keep it. And today I'm gonna work on fertilizing every single one of my mounds. I'm just gonna kind of mix them in here. And then when violas come out, I do have some violas I'm growing in the greenhouse. But they're just taking forever. Oh, that's funny. Huh. They're all stuck together in one. Look at that. See? I see. I'm assuming I'm supposed to just plant them that way. I worry about tearing them apart and shocking them. I've never seen them that way before, have you? This soil is pretty good because it gets runoff from the chicken run. All that chicken manure comes through in here and breaks down, and it's pretty good. I forgot that I also mixed some garlic in around here as well, so I need to be careful to not dig that up on accident. I've got some of them popping up already. Right here. One of those garlics popping up. Oh, it's one of my fennels got tore up. I got another one I could put in here too. But if you see here, it's one of the brassicas. The armadillos get in here with their nose and just make a wreck out of things. They don't know any better. It's my fault for leaving that open. Oh, hello, grasshopper. Woo! It's so funny. Grasshoppers freak me out now that I'm an adult. When I was a kid, not so much. You know what freaks me out is the reddish orange goo that they'll put out when they, if you pick them up sometimes. I don't really want grasshoppers in my garden, so I'm gonna throw this little guy out there to the chickens. We'll see if we can make it before he hops. You ready? Are you gonna get it in time? Come on. You better go. He's gonna hop. Y'all are too slow. Get him out that way. So you know they see him. Oh. And he hopped out. Y'all are not fast enough, you see? Now he disappeared, you know? He's being all sneaky. He knows I'm after him. Look at this. Tahitian melon's growing really good. I got 2 of them here. I got this little one in there. And a bigger one here. Do some broccoli right here. This particular one is called Imperial. So these are very heat tolerant. I'll put one of these over here. I'll mix it in with one of these fennels. Alright. Looks like I got one fennel right there. I'm going to put one right over here. Yeah, I'm just going to mix them in with the tobacco here. There's not a... They seem to be growing just fine with the tobacco, and eventually I'll be taking this tobacco down. It can't handle the frost, so... These are the garlics that we forgot to harvest. See how they're popping up? These are more collards or rutabagas right here. I'm not sure. They're all popping up. I went ahead and threw out a bunch more. Just want to make sure it thickens in real nice, and then I'll come out here and thin things out as I need to. See, I have quite a bit more tobacco out here ready. This one could have gone a little bit longer, but it was blocking the sun just a little bit for that broccoli, so I went ahead and took it. And I'm new at this tobacco, y'all. I'm just learning. But yeah, I've got all these guys here. This one here is another Southern Beauty. This is Perique. The Perique leaf is much smaller. So you see I had quite a few here ready. I've got a ton of potatoes out here just popping up that I just must have missed when I harvested them. They're everywhere. And this gourd plant's just going crazy and just letting it go out here at this point. And I see it's getting a little bit of powdery mildew and downy mildew, you see? Coming through here. So if you look, these yellow spots here, that is downy mildew. But the powdery stuff that you see here, oh, this is a good one. It's all powdery. That's powdery mildew. Not that it really matters. They're both something you don't want, but at this point, this plant is getting to the end, I think. Well, some of it is. Some of it's still just going. This is the older section. I gotta get in here and count how many gourds I actually have in here. It's kind of, it's wild. I was able to get them all in there mixed in good, you see? And I think I, for most part, was able to replace the ones that got ruined. I've got this 2 more sections over here. I think I want to go ahead and start some more spinach. I can just do that from seed tomorrow. And we'll get a good patch of spinach going. That way we have plenty. The last thing I gotta do is get that fish emulsion out here, which honestly is not my favorite job. It's kind of tedious. I'll show you how I do it, and if anybody has some suggestions on how I can do it better, more efficient, faster, just let me know. Forgot I have my hose out here up at the house up there. I was watering my most sincerely sad pumpkin patch. I haven't showed you all that. I planted a bunch of Austrian winter peas. By the way, y'all, I've been calling them Australian winter peas. I have this jump to conclusion, Matt, in my head when it comes to words. So when I saw that, I don't know, I just jumped to conclusion. It looked like it said Australian, but Lily corrected me just recently, which is funny. I've been calling them Australian winter peas for like a year now. And she looked at the bag, she's like, Mom, what do you call these peas again? And I was like, they're Australian winter peas. She's like, Mom, this is Austrian. So there you have it, guys. If you've ever heard me say Australian winter peas and then went to look it up and to realize that they don't exist, that's why. But yes, I went ahead and put out a bunch of Austrian winter peas up at my pumpkin patch there to really fix the soil. Everything just did not do well. It was extremely stunted. I thought the soil was better than it really was. So I've got them up there, and since it's a nitrogen fixer, it's a legume, it's a great cover crop. I'm hoping that will kind of work with the soil this fall, winter. And then I'll bury it heavily with some thick mulch when I'm ready to do pumpkins again next spring. Oh, I'm forgetting a step. I'm getting distracted and I'm forgetting a step. I need to first put my fish emulsion in here so I can get all turned up. So here's my crushed fish plant food here. You see it got all crushed at the top. It's a mess. And it smells lovely. So this guy, it's just 2 tablespoons of this fish fertilizer per gallon of water. It's a 5-gallon bucket. I just kind of wing it, y'all. I don't measure. I measured once and then I just kind of eyeball it at this point. Normally I would just pour it out in a 5-gallon bucket on my plants. But since I have these little babies just popping up, all these little guys right here, I really don't want to rock their little world, you know? So I'm gonna use my little watering can here. So it might take me a little while. But normally I do just use the bucket and toss it out there. During the times when I'm not putting organic matter straight down onto my mounds. This stuff's great because it feeds the soil. But yeah, if anybody has any other ideas on how to get this fish emulsion out into a garden this size that is not as tedious, let me know. But for now, this is what we're gonna do. I am done for today, y'all. I just gotta make sure everything's locked up tight because I've got some wet soil down here and it's gonna, all the armadillos around here are gonna smell it. Tomorrow I'm expecting some hot sauce jars. I think I ordered 30 of them because I've got that Tabasco, I've got all those Tabasco peppers in the house that I need to go ahead and put in bottles. And I need to start picking off these. It's so heavy that it's coming down, y'all. Look at this. These 2 Tabasco peppers here, these are the ones, I probably say this a lot, that I overwintered in my bathroom last year. And they're doing great, but I gotta harvest all of these. They're just too heavy. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start fermenting these 2. I'll bottle up all the rest of the ones that I have in the house, and I think I'll gift some away this year. And then of course keep some for ourselves. So I'm excited to make my own Tabasco sauce, y'all. And yeah, I think I'm gonna be doing that with y'all too, because I think that will be kind of a fun process. I've never done that before. Thanks for hanging out with me, y'all. Take care, and we'll see you next time.